similar though. They're in a similar state.
No, so my thing with that, right?
Welcome
is
to
that,
four idiots ranking CSC
Toast
recruit
is the
teams.
upper. Like, he
We're
didn't,
your
like-
hosts, Enders, Brian, Clancy,
I
and
feel like
Noble. Just in case
he
anybody
just
wants to
didn't get
call us
action,
out on
you
our
know what I mean?
bullshit afterwards.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
No, we're signing our names to
Here
this.
we
Oh,
go.
no.
Yep. Here we
I'll
go.
sign my name onto this tier
let's
list.
all just,
On
Can we
God.
agree on final spot just really quick?
Yeah, just
Nan.
Nan. Yeah,
Nan.
Wow, that is.
Sorry,
let's
guys.
just agree with
Listen,
it really quick.
You go 16
That's
to
the
1.
only
That's just
non-questionable one.
That's the
That's-
only. Now here's the question. Because they're last, do we rank Goshi up at the top?
They're
I
one or
think-
two. They're
I
one or
think
two.
I
I
would
I
give
agree
them a
with that.
top
I agree
3
one or two.
spot. I would give them a
would-
top 3 spot easily.
I would say just based on today's performance, this being
based off today's
the
performance.
26th
Oh
of
yeah.
September.
They'd be
I
one.
think we'll definitely do episode 2
Based
Oh
on
my
sample
God.
size of 1, they're number 1.
Yeah,
after
number one.
after
Yeah,
That
that's
was
an easy
crushing
number 1.
victory.
16
Yeah,
to 1
that
on
was
a
a-
technical map like Overpass. That's easy.
my point is, I
Map.
think just based on match day 1, we can go back and redo this match day 2
Alright.
and also record it and sign our names to it again.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Listen. If
So-
anything, it could just be me and Enders being the recurring host, and we can have a rotating.
And we can
guest,
have rotating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds good. The
So-
most interesting match just gets on.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah.
I mean, we just. So now I would like to do this because it's the middle, and I feel like it's only fair that the two teams that put up
Tasty?
a double overtime just go here. I think
yeah,
that's
that
very
shit
reasonable.
was pretty.
That's fair. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a strong performance though. I'd say they're gonna be next to each other, but let's see how the tier list pans out.
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
no matter what, we just keep them next to each other because it was a very even matchup. I can say
Those
because I
will
was in
move
it.
as
And
a
now,
group.
it's the
Yeah.
last 4 spots to determine
I think
So-
what the
Circle is down
fuck
there.
happens.
We will definitely look them up. I mean, to be fair, I think Upseti is one of the top 3. Can we agree on that? Upseti's a
Yeah.
team that if they
Let me
don't
look
make
at
it,
the stats. Let me look at the stats.
I mean, 8 to 16
Upsetti's
on
a team-
Overpass. They
So-
did pretty
so one thing
fucking
about
good.
Upseti, they don't lose groups of rounds. The largest lose streak they have is 2 rounds.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's,
and that's
the thing.
And that's,
They are so good at just recovering from round losses, and I
I-
remember playing against them. It's fucking frustrating to play against them.
I also hate to say I know this league tends to fluctuate a lot in the off season, but Coney is an IGL who has played in the recruit finals before. He's definitely bringing that team up to where he wants it to be. I don't think Coney is going to be happy with anything short of a match like this.
Yeah.
Just because he's been to that top of the mountain, he's been to the
It-
top of the mountain. I don't think he wants to.
It
Not
kind of
be there.
reminds me of sort of like the AVI situation where you have a good IGL and then a good fragger on top of that. In Dewey has a 47 headshot percentage with 19 frags. That is efficiency as all hell. Like,
So can we revisit the Samurai as number 1? Because I'm going through the stats and looking at the rounds, and Goshi destroyed Nate, right?
yeah,
But that's
16
also
to
like
1.
Nate stack, whereas Tadpole Titans going into Tanuki's a little bit a harder fight, and they also had like a more even spread across their
That's what I'm
board.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
I might agree with that, but I definitely can see Samurai dropping
Also, I
next
feel-
match day.
I feel like, dude, like fucking, like Toast didn't have to do anything this game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was
Mhm.
there, but he didn't have to do anything. You know, if he had the opportunity to do something, you know, he could
Yeah.
probably
I mean,
obviously increase
so-
his ADR and shit.
So-
He's the upper. On
And then
you.
and then you have Drop, who's just a headshot machine.
If Drops runs out and kills everybody, and you don't do anything, you're gonna look poorly. Just reflect like.
I
So,
do
like,
have a
Mhm.
Goshi
question.
next week is playing Hawks, right? So Clancy, what's
Yeah.
your opinion on that?
Yeah,
like-
against Samurai, yeah, that's something I get to look forward to. Is
Are you gonna destroy them? Are they gonna destroy you? Like,
oof.
How-
future
How are
force.
you feeling? How are you feeling? I'm feeling like game.
That's
That's a
that's
loaded question.
that is a
to
very
put on
loaded
camera
question.
right there.
How you feeling?
I know that I know we can all agree to shit on Nan here, but I feel like if we get Yin or one of
Oh.
those people on Nan
I'm not
here,
shitting on.
we might have some questions coming our way, boys.
I think that would be
Uh,
a great idea, actually. 'cause
Go-
they need a chance.
Goshi-
I'm
I
In
would love to have them
Goshi,
on. I
yeah.
would love to have them on next episode. I would absolutely love that. I think though,
It's not
here's
Boy
a
Yin,
good
please, put
question.
some respect on his name.
I actually, you know who I'd prefer to have over Yin? Gear.
Gear,
I would
actually,
love to hear Gear speak on that team
Gear Slayer. I've only
Okay.
played one game with him.
Oh yeah.
because I feel like
haven't
Gear
played
would
many.
be able to
Yeah.
speak on it better.
Played
I
one
think
game
here's
with
the
him.
thing. Can we agree on top 3 real quick? Upsetty, Tadpole, and Samurai in some order is our top
Yes.
3.
Ooh.
Yes,
Can we
I would
agree
agree
there?
with that.
And we can move this around a little
Yeah.
bit, but I kind of just want we can come back to it. I just kind of put
Ooh,
people
Okay. So
on here and just we can move them around.
yeah, I would put Upsetty in second. Although fucking Drip against Cow, 16-7,
I mean,
with three
yes.
of their players dropping plus 20. Like that's
Yeah.
solid. That's a solid. I would put them in third over Toad, to be honest.
That's my boy B-Web, dude.
A very like tight
Here's my thing.
third to fourth, but I think they deserve it just because they, Cow is not a bad lineup.
No, Cal
know,
is a strong lineup.
It's a
That's like
strong
something to
lineup, and
hit
16-7 on
digits.
Vertigo.
Yeah.
You
like,
know.
Strong.
Mhm.
They have a strong lineup. So
Yeah,
I'm
and
surprised they
Mist
didn't
just
break double
shut them
digits.
down.
Yeah,
Like,
they did some shit. They did a number on
like
them.
Yeah,
look,
like
look at this.
Counter
Their
strat.
top 3 players, 24 kills, 26 kills, 21 kills. All
I think
3
what's
of them
really good
had
about the flashes,
plus
too,
150 util damage on top
Yeah.
of that.
So
Yeah.
so in
Utility
that
damage
case,
is
do we want to move
Look at the
Totem
look at
below?
the
I would
cast,
move
too. The
Mist
cast is
into
crazy.
third, honestly. And I would
Fallen's got
move
41 headshot and 24 kills.
Jesus.
I mean, okay, I want to. How about we do the comparison of like Totem and Spaghettis? Because I feel like that
Toad and
Mm.
Spaghetti.
comparison we should make.
I mean, my only thing is, and this might be just my biases considering.
I
the
think
team
it is your
drafted me.
biases.
Absolutely, and you guys can call me out on it. Keeping
I-
UK to 12 is impressive.
I
Keeping
think
UK cats to 12 kills is very impressive.
Yeah, but then in their own right, Spaghettis has Dewey, which is again a headshot machine. And
That's
his-
why
yeah.
I think they deserve to be in top 3. Is
I
because they've got Dewey, who's really good.
and on technical
Crank
map,
and
like
Indy.
Overpass. You know,
I just feel like we're not respecting Totem Pole enough. I feel like they have to be top 3.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a-
what I'm saying.
that's
It's
a
gonna
good
feel
point.
like disrespect to leave.
I mean,
keep- it's
Hold
gonna
up,
feel
like,
like
yeah,
disrespect no matter
it's a
who we
close
leave out.
top. It's a close top
But the
3.
thing is-
It's not a
is that-
bad,
The thing is, I think this will become more of a. We'll start to see.
Yeah,
at
it'll
least on
become more
Match Day 2, we'll see
clear.
more clear.
The only thing I have
We are
against
just
like,
ranking this off of
Toad,
Match Day 1.
I guess it is Nuke though, because Nuke is.
Nuke, it feels like Totem Pole got not lucky, but they definitely picked right versus Yokai
Mhm.
to
Well,
force them
the
into.
reason I say that was because their util damage. But it's
I mean,
Nuke.
yeah, Nuke Utel is very specific.
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
why they had to
It's
bring
a
You
lot
can't
more
really
smokes
take
than
advantage.
You can't
damage.
really-
Yeah.
You can't molly, you can't frag. So that's why I'm like, I guess yeah. He does. They have like 30 flashes.
If we
though.
look at the utility damage on both teams, we can see only really 2 people knew utility on Tanukis, and that was
Yeah.
just immediately putting them on a disadvantage on a technical map like Nuke.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can even see that with their enemies flashed. Like,
Yeah, if you don't know a lot of utility on Nuke, you're definitely on the back foot immediately because
yeah.
if you don't,
hard to
for
come
example,
back.
if you don't know the outside smokes, you cannot go into secret without risking a heaven opper. You know,
No, yeah.
or
It's
even a
very-
rifle. A rifle from heaven can still be
A rifle.
pretty detrimental
rifle
if
outside
they
I'm
hit their
being
shots.
Like, yeah, it's really technical, it's hard to learn, and they knew it, and it looks like Tanukis didn't.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think that necessarily makes them a better team, it's just a better environment for tadpoles. In
That's
Mhm.
true. That's
Yeah,
true,
I
that's
think
true.
that's just a
I'm
better
comfortable
map
putting
pick
them
that
That's
they
a good
picked.
break.
for that reason.
That's a good breakdown, dude. I like that one.
Yeah.
So, are we saying
I
Totem
think-
Pole
I-
goes 3?
I'm gonna
I-
go.
Fourth.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I'll
go
drop my
fourth
eyes.
because they can.
I'm down keeping Totem Pole at 4.
Yeah, I think they
Good
chose the right map against Tanuki, and that's what ultimately got them the victory that they
mean,
got.
If you go look at Mist, I mean, between 4 people are 150 util damage plus.
Yeah,
they-
exactly.
And this is the problem with we're doing this the night of that we haven't really got to see the
Mhm.
see the playbacks of it, and maybe we come into this Friday.
that's the point
maybe
of
we change
this,
and do
you
this
know?
Friday. This is very reactional. Maybe
That's
we go
the point
Friday.
of this. It's
and
funnier.
It's
No,
funnier.
do it reactional, and then you.
No,
And we're
it's
looking
it's
at
3
stats.
o'clock in the morning.
Maybe-
It's
maybe-
Wednesday. We're fine.
Maybe we go look at not VODs. We go look at demos Friday, me, you, Clancy, and kind of like, even if it is a cursory glance, just look at some demos of the people we feel unconfident about.
I would agree with that.
Yeah,
And then the
yeah.
second game to go in as well.
All right.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Now, I think the benefit of doing it right now.
We're just
We're
looking
gonna
at
be
the stat
wildly
sheet, and there are
wrong.
some things that like it feels like. I know Scalpel, good friend of the show, Scalpel has said multiple
show.
times that Colney does stuff that the stat sheets don't show, and that is true. I mean, the stats are not always going to tell the full story.
That's fair.
that is fair.
But I think I don't think there's like a useful benefit, but I think there's a benefit from reacting to these stat sheets because it will be wildly wrong
Yeah,
in a funny way.
Yeah, it would be
yeah.
funny
these
to
will be
look back
funny
on
to
this.
watch. It'll be funny when this gets posted to YouTube in the morning, and we just post it in chat, and everybody goes,
Alright,
"This
I'm
is so wrong."
Yeah, I
back.
want to make up to like angry
what's happening?
Discord messages.
Exactly, and that's why we're doing this,
But
guys.
yeah, if I don't get like 10
if you
DMs yelling
haven't
at
gotten
me,
this far, if you guys haven't gotten this far,
Wait, what is
we will
happening?
definitely remind you guys to come back and at least get to this bit that we are totally just farming your anger here
What the fuck?
to watch as you guys burn the recruit chat down on Discord.
Bro.
Yeah.
It'll be hilarious.
And that's all I want.
all right. So let's go
We're
piss
a
them
bunch
off
of
some more.
madmen.
Who goes in 5th? I think this one's
it
pretty
has to be
easy.
the last winning team, right?
It has to be. Yeah, it has to be Hellfire.
Hellfire.
Yeah.
I mean,
As,
mean,
as
although- I don't think we should really move, but can we talk about how similar these stats on like Atlantis and Angry Pirates is?
I would love to talk more about the Atlantis Angry Pirates
oh,
game, Noble. That's
please
great.
do.
We did-
I
we
have
did
personal
sh-
interest in this.
But we also did kind of skim over it and just go, we feel like this is the closest game. This should definitely go in
Yeah.
the middle and this be our mark.
22 to
I
20
would agree with that, but look
with
at the
double
actual
overtime. Yeah.
players. The kills are almost the same. The impacts are very similar. Like the utility damage, like we like
I mean, there are some slight
Angry Pirates
differences.
is a little more utility
Whereas-
focused, whereas like the Atlantis gets a little more kills focused.
Yeah, and to be fair, absolutely, I agree. You can definitely see that with the util damage. We have four, at least on my side, Harpies or Atlantis. We've got 4 people above 100, but you guys have 4 people who are 170 plus, with 3 of those being 200 plus, and 2 of those being 300 plus util damage, which is
Also, Angry
fucking
Pirates,
insane.
twice as many people flashed.
Yes, but I mean, also let's
Yes,
let's
but
talk about the big
counter-argument,
thing
loss.
Here. No. Here,
Yeah.
let's talk about it. No offense, it also doesn't help that you have, let's go stat for stat, top fragger Budweiser on Harpies dropping 40 to Milky's 38, Ruby dropping 33 to Colty's 30, and then we get to the middle of the pack where it looks almost even, except Sky has one more kill than Enders. But
Those were
Ender's playing
actual
more of a
kills, too.
Ender's yeah. Also, Ender's playing a bit more of a weird role here, going from
Don't
injury
fucking
to
speak in the
support.
third person. It's
Bro,
weird.
hey, you did some fucking
Oh, so while we're
weird
talking,
shit.
let's talk about Angry Pirates IGL Noble, a total
A
anger
sh-
move there.
I am
Absolutely, running into him on sites must be a pain in the ass.
Also, those calls, like those miss rotates, and look, utility
Yeah.
damage, 1. How do you do 1 utility damage? I don't know how that's possible.
I assume you get like 1 tick off of like a grenade.
He hit somebody
No, you
directly
hit
with a
him in the head.
flashbang.
You hit your head with it, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the
Now,
thing
I
is,
did look back at the demo, and you know he learned this really cool molly, and he missed it every single round. Really
it was you that kept missing the molly to fucking molly off T steps.
It was.
Oh,
We kept going like, oh, we can exploit this. They're not mollying it. Just keep pushing it.
I didn't even realize
That was the call.
So I've been told Noble didn't realize he was missing it either. He just like a smooth brain at the beginning of the match and just kept going with it.
I mean,
you guys
if so,
keep
I know
talking in
we
the
are.
third person.
Let's stop talking in the third person. Obviously,
Yeah.
Clancy and Brian are pissed off at it. Also, with that, you can see that truly, the Harpies had more impact. I mean,
So real quick, I'm not arguing that the lineup should change. I just want to talk about this match.
So do I. I just want to be narcissistic for a minute, if to be completely honest.
Also, Milky has more damage than Bud though,
Milky,
which means we weren't finishing our kills.
yeah, which was a big thing. We kept getting out of rounds. Like there were quite a few rounds that were clutches that were just like, how did we survive that? And it felt good because it obviously we were doing
So,
something right.
I did just pull this up. Out of like 1vx's,
Yeah. It's
four
fine. They don't really
clutches-
teach you counting on pirate ships.
No, they really don't. You just know our port starboard.
That's all you
Hard
really
to
need
count
to
with
know,
hooks.
honestly.
Really hard to count on hooks because you can get 1 and 2.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, harpies, we got like eight clawed toes plus regular human hands.
It's really unfair and gave them like an advantage going into this.
Yeah,
match.
it did. It did. It's really hard to hold a gun with a hook for a hand compared to holding it with normal human hands.
Yeah, holding it with a normal
Y'all
gun.
just traded out your one of your arms for a trebuchet to launch grenades though, which was amazing. I've
Oh,
never seen
yeah,
something
yeah.
quite like it.
So we're
Anyway.
really good at cannoneering, and that really helped with the utility.
Yeah. So let's start talking about
Start
the
with
losers now.
8, 9, 10,
Let's
and
start
11.
here with 12. Nan lost 16-1. That's all that needs to be said about why they're
that
in last
all
place.
needs to be this. Yeah.
That's the only thing that needs to be said about
Also,
why they're
on
in
a
last
map
place.
like Overpass, where like even getting a few rounds by accident is usually pretty easy.
Yeah, it's very hard to lose 16-1. It's very hard to lose 16-1.
Because like if you rush B repeatedly, it will eventually work.
Eventually,
will-
you'll
yeah.
get at least 1 or 2 rounds. Trust me, Atlantis would know. So
Yeah.
let's start with who we think honestly deserves that number 8 spot, and I think there's one definite team that does. And Clancy, you'll be glad to know, I think it's personally Aviary.
I was.
They made the
Uh,
matches.
so-
They made the match the closest on something I would call a Hellfire specialty, especially
It
talking
was-
to Lines and Raizu.
Oh my
So-
goodness.
I'm gonna have a dissenting opinion here. So there, if we take a look at the Tanuki's code game, right?
Yeah.
We can see this not a strong map for them, but they still like had a lot of impact and brought a nuke game of all things to 11, where nuke
Mhm.
sweeps are really easy if it's not your map.
Yeah,
So I just want to bring that up.
I would be fine with them at 9. My only problem is how much
The thing is,
how much are we valuing the fact they brought a nuke game to 11 compared to Ancient, which I have seen Lines and Raizu.
Yeah, to be.
And that's, well, yes, I'm saying Lines and Raizu here, but you have to think that they passed some of that knowledge down to their recruit team. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah. Oh
That's
no, they
fair.
100% did. There was mollies towards Shelf that I only saw out of
Wait, I
AVI's
spaced
elite
out. Wait,
players
wait,
that were
what the
teaching
fuck?
us.
Brian, I love that Brian just tuned back in.
Yeah.
I was like, I
He ignored
spaced
us.
out. I no, I really spaced out, and then I heard something lines, and I was just like, wait, what, huh?
We were saying that
Yeah.
Lines and Raizu are basically, Hellfire is a very
Yeah, you
ancient
can actually-
organization. Not
Oh.
old, but that map runs deep in that org.
Now
You know,
that's
you got Lines
true.
and Raizu who are very
Oh.
good at it.
Actually, it's
And
true. That is factual.
Should be passing you
Yeah.
guys down some stuff.
Oh, no,
Oh,
there
that's
was
actually- the
definitely
fact that-
some Molotovs that were
And the
thrown
fact that I have
were.
some inside sources who say that Ancient is not a strong map at all for AVI tells me that maybe they should definitely get the number 8 spot.
Yeah, no, in terms of our map pool, in terms of AVI's map pool, it is definitely, it's pickable, but it's not preferred. It is very much, we are not knowledgeable about
Is
it.
Inferno preferred?
That shall not be
That's-
said. Yes.
Oh, it is. It is.
That
It is.
feels like,
I mean,
let's
let's be
be honest
real.
here, it's Noah. It's a very Noah map.
It's a Noah map, and
Overpass-
No,
Noah
it
is.
is no map, dude. Not
Overpass and Inferno are
listen, dude,
very
we were
Noah
trying to
maps.
play 5D chess on the draft.
We haven't really talked much about lineups, but I would like to talk about this Hawks lineup that I could see being top 5 come next week or next match day. I mean, you've got Noah, who I say Colney and Noah is a 1 and 2 in IGL, like power ranking of IGL only. That's 1A, 1B. You can choose how you want them, but that's what that 1A, 1B for me. You've got Clancy, who is here with us, and
Yes,
he
sir.
is
You know how
he
many
is another
stars
person
shit
who
here?
is he's also a person who's switching from a role to a different role. The inverse of me switching from injury to support, you're switching from support to injury,
Mm-hmm.
which is a learning curve. Brass
I mean, I feel like I'm
Biscuit
I'm
is
holding
very
solid
good,
on that learning
very
curve.
late,
Dude,
very late
let's
edition
let's do some
AVI.
shit here. Let's do some shit here. All right. Hey, what's gonna be the top 5 next game day?
Next match day, I don't want to say without seeing matches.
Yeah, the thing
Let's
about
not try and guess that until we get matches in and we can do
That
more of
would be
this
even worse than
triggering
ranking.
the
recruit
thing
chat.
about the thing
Yeah.
about Noah is that yes, he's an IGL, but he can frag. Like he
Yeah.
IGLs, and he got the most amount of frags in
He
that
has
game.
the most amount of kills
Yeah.
You know,
on the team.
I mean,
I know,
you also
like,
have Chuck,
Angel
who is a good opper. Just seemed like he got isolated too much this
yeah,
game.
he was very much. Hellfire did play that. Did pretty much, you know.
It
amount
isolated
of
Chuck and
utils,
thrown
you
it
know.
off, which I
Mhm.
mean sucks if you're an opper. Being thrown off like that doesn't help
I'm
at
not
all.
even gonna lie. That is
Brass
dude,
Biscuit, which was a late addition, who seemed to hold himself very well in this game. I don't know how much practice you guys have got with him, but
Not
seemed to hold
not a
well.
lot on Ancient.
Well, judging by the scoreline, I judge you guys didn't get a lot of practice on Ancient at all.
No, not really. We started practicing Ancient yesterday.
So
That's
back
crazy.
on topic, like, though Nuke is more technical, I will concede that Hawk should probably be an 8, followed by Tanukis. Is that agreeable?
I will
100%.
absolutely agree.
I'm totally not showing my biases here, but yes.
Well,
That's
let's be
crazy.
honest here.
Well,
That's
you're
we're
arguing
just
it.
here. We're just here to light recruit chat on fire. And if we wanted to do that, we would have wrote Nan on top, which would have absolutely burned the fucking place down.
I don't think that would have
we're
burned the
being
place down. I
somewhat
think everyone
serious.
would have laughed and said, haha, that's funny. I feel
Look,
like
hear me out.
Uh,
Kirby Sea Dogs switched IGLs morning of the match, and they still got it close. So I think that's like a number 1 spot right there.
Shut the fuck
Oh.
up. You still lost.
you still lost. Yeah, you gotta go into
It
the
was
bottom
close,
half.
absolutely,
You
which is
still
why
had
I
an
definitely
L.
think. Which is why I think 6-7's a good spot for that
Mhm.
double overtime thriller.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm just thinking we want to light things on fire.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Once our game ended,
on fire.
when I was in
think we're
Headshot
already lighting shit
DM,
on
the only
fire
thing
here.
I heard from the other people was the match on your guys' match.
I mean, it was the match
Yeah.
of like the recruit night because when everyone else was done, it was still able to be watched.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were still
weren't
just
watching
looking
it.
at the
People weren't
scoreboard
watching,
like
they were just
fucking
looking
like
at scoreboard.
yeah, we were
When
just
the fuck's
looking
it
at
gonna
scoreboard
end?
like where the fuck?
Now here's the next question.
10th and 11th.
That is a good question.
That is a good question.
Let's be clear here. Let's be clear here. This is more like
So I'm
this.
concerned-
This is how it truly should be. There should be that much of a gap between Nan and the next team. But sadly, there's only 12 teams. As much
So
fun
there's
as that would
good-
be,
good players on both of these teams. They just have.
and I definitely see both these
Mhm.
teams moving up. I definitely see both these teams moving up.
Yeah.
I don't know quite about
I
Samurai. I don't think Samurai stays 1
Yeah,
come next match day.
we'll find out.
I'm not completely sure. We're definitely gonna see as they face Aviary.
Aviary, yep.
I think
As
that
long as Aviary makes it 16-2, I think that's like a number 2 spot, right?
If we make it 16-2 over Saint, I would give us a top
I
3.
find it very hard for us to move Nan out of the bottom spot for the entire season.
I mean, look, they'll need to do some shaping up, but
Look here. I'll
not
do
an
us one better.
unbeliever, But like,
Get more than 4 kills.
so that's
So-
guaranteed death threats in the morning, just to let you know.
I don't give a shit. I will
They
go
will
to the
raid your
admins.
home. I've been told they've done it.
Yin will personally raid your house.
I dare him.
Now, if those nades hit, that's another question. If we look at their utility damage.
They will throw them. I don't think they'll explode.
They'll throw them through your bedroom window, I think.
So their utility
But the
damage
thing
in
is
total
that they'll
is a
bank it
little
off of the
over
top of
100.
them and then self-kill themselves.
Just to be clear, Nan in 12 is literally just a comment on how bad Yin did. Nothing on anybody else on that team.
Okay, so I ran
Gear
the
seems
numbers.
cool. Clevey seems cool. Bismal seems cool.
Dude,
Nick
there's
seems
no
cool.
way you're actually gonna drop this in the recruit chat, right?
Oh, well, I'm 100% dropping this in
Especially
recruit
now that
chat.
I've said this shit.
So hear me out. So I tallied up Nade Stack's utility damage, and it is
Uh-huh.
under 100. They will not destroy you.
I will survive.
You should,
Cool,
you should
cool, cool.
survive.
Yeah, you
Uh,
should survive with like 4 HP. If
We will
that.
come back to this line match day 2, and if it is true, I'm down for making sure that Nan is not.
I do think I
They
will
can bring
say,
it
I
back.
do
All
think
the
they
way
shape
down.
up. I do think
I
Nan
do
shapes
think
up.
they do. Either one of two things happens. They either shape up and they're fine, or they get blown up match day 3. It's a good. It's either or at this point. There
I mean,
is no
think
in
about the
between.
training
This is
They're
gonna be
all gonna be
hilarious
cut
to
match day
drop in the
3.
recruit chat at 3
Either
o'clock
match
in
day
the
3, they're
morning.
all gonna be cut.
I'm about to put like
Or-
I am not involved in this or some shit.
I will.
Ryan,
I'm
it's
gonna
too
at
late.
you directly.
You are like screen capping the entirety of this Discord, correct? So they can see that Brian absolutely is involved.
Here, yeah,
So,
here we'll
just-
show
just
the
part of the
members at
We'll
the
show the-
bottom for everyone
What
to
the
see.
fuck is wrong with you?
So
Yeah,
just
look
part
at
of the
that.
stream
It's
where we
Brian,
remind you
guys.
those 4 idiots talking at 3 a.m. That's
Yeah,
Keep
4
in mind,
idiots are
this
ranking
is
CSC
ab-
recruit tier teams. Yeah.
Keep in mind, look at the top of the screen. None of this is serious. It's mostly jokes. There are some serious bits to it. I think this is a fine enough ranking, but it's absolutely not done coherently. We're all fucking tired at this point
Yeah.
and just giggling.
The 6 winning teams are at the top and the 6 losing teams are at the bottom means that we didn't look very far into it.
No.
We
not
mainly were just like,
whatsoever.
here's the run through. We also try our best not to rank any of our teams super high, as you can tell.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
Aviary's at 8th, which is like.
We all don't want to rank ourselves stupid high and then catch flack for the rest of the season like a certain 2 Nan players have. Ian, Scott.
So I'm gonna be
Um,
so the IGL of the Angry Pirates team, he
Noble,
match-
stop sucking your own dick.
Stop
just like going into this match,
self-fellatioing
just
yourself.
wanted
Yeah, this is some real crazy.
They were
This is some
So-
crazy-
Well, you know
Let's-
what? You're
let's
still in the
talk.
bottom half of the scoreboard,
Let's
so
talk.
it doesn't matter.
Are we more impressed with 7-round wins or 8-round wins?
No, let me refer. Oh, we were talking about that.
Let's get over this because it's getting 3:30 at this point. And we still have yet to finish.
Yeah.
God, I
I
can't wait
mean-
for the Weekly Recruit to become the new podcast on fucking
Oh
CSC's
hell
Twitch channel.
no! Oh hell no!
That'd be.
Hi, I'm your host,
honest
Enders, with
to
your
God,
host,
that'd
Clancy.
be fucking
Okay,
hilarious.
so look at the Patty Planters. Look at the impact that those players had, like their HLTV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their impact. If we can add that up, can we get Noble? You do the math. Just add up all
Yeah,
their impact ratings.
I got you.
Yeah.
I can
somebody
do
who
an
doesn't have
average.
to
I can do an average.
open up a
impact
new screen
rating.
and possibly show some stuff that will get me banned.
All right, so I'm
How to build a
at
pipe
Patty
bomb.
Planters right now.
Yeah. And if you want to do Savannah, Clancy, if Noble's doing,
Okay, so
Patty Planter.
okay.
just add up their impact rating.
10-4. I could do that right now.
And then we can kind of go for there and see
All right, so
I
they
think-
tallied up to 4.65.
4.65 for the Patty Planters.
No, I'm working on it.
I can tell you right now it's definitely going to be more for... No, I'm looking at Spaghettis. I'm stupid.
I was about to say.
I'm looking at Spaghettis. I was like,
Okay,
more
so
like
what
5.
was your number that you got for impact rating?
4.65.
4.65. Well, Servals has a 4.4 collective overall.
okay.
So despite getting an extra round win, they weren't as impactful.
Mm-hmm.
So they were mainly... And that's also something we can look at the timeline and see that, like, there's a
I
couple,
think
2 round wins at
yeah.
the beginning, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. Like they weren't chaining rounds together. And if we go look
And-
at Patty Planters, they got a couple. They got a 4-round, and I think they thought they were coming back into it, and sadly, Miss just closed that door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Miss just slammed that door, whereas Servals never really had a chance to begin with.
They strung some rounds together.
yeah.
And I hate saying this because now it just seems like I'm salty that they cut me, and I promise you,
So, hear
Brokey,
me
it's
out.
not what it
Before you
sounds
say
like.
this, remember, in the next 2 weeks, they play both our teams.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
that is very
Yeah,
Now go ahead
you
and
two,
face.
yeah.
That is very true. I don't say this to be salty. Brokey, Cats, Cayman.
Good player.
They're very good players, and I think it says more about Spaghetti than it does Servals. That UK got held to only 12 kills. I think it says a lot more about Spaghetti. Spaghetti are gonna be.
I'm just
second.
gonna say,
They're
look at
second.
Spaghetti's util damage that game, and then look at Serval's util damage that game. Either Servals don't know util on or overpass, or they didn't use it. Both of which are bad.
Yeah, and that's another thing that like keep in mind. None of us have watched any Timos beyond.
Yeah, no, none of us have watched any games other than the games that
We're
we
reading the
participated
stat
in.
sheet.
Yeah, we are reading stat sheets and going straight off numbers. Take this
And
with
this is
like an
honestly
entire
completely
pitcher of
made
salt.
This is completely entirely made to make recruit chat riot. That's all this is made for.
And it's
also
gonna be
for the
hilarious when it
funniness.
happens.
In that case, also, if you've stuck with us this long and you want to be on the next one, please be awake
Bro.
Thursday at
Thursday
3:30
at
a.m.
3:30 a.m. apparently.
Eastern time.
Eastern time, yeah. So if you're in
Yeah.
California, you lucky shit, you get to be
You
here at
absolutely-
11:30
No, noon, midnight.
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 I don't know time zones, okay? I'm from Florida.
Yes, Florida man.
Florida man.
Anyway,
I can see that.
the question is, are we basing this off impact? Or are we basing it off rounds?
That's a good question. I mean,
Another
mean-
thing, like Servals did have like a harder opponent with Spaghetti.
that's
Yes, and
another
that's
thing
also a
is that we
strength of
have to
schedule thing.
consider their
So I think I'm
opponent.
putting Servals up above Patty Planters despite having less impact, just for like the opponent.
just
Can I be
because the
completely honest?
opponent.
It's starting to look a lot like what we did was just rank the top 6 and then invert so their opponents are on the bottom.
I,
I-
yeah,
I
actually,
hate to
that's
say it.
exactly what we did.
Except a lot more just shit talking.
Yeah. So we've
so-
accomplished nothing. and-
Oh, I mean, no, Servals and Drip are not Drip.
Oh,
Fuck,
yeah, see, we have
Servals and
Yeah, we do have some opinions. We believe Servals is better than Cow, apparently.
which
Keep
I
in
don't
mind,
believe.
This is only match day 1.
Yeah, this is match day 1. We are going off of one
I'll
single
be going
thing.
on Thursday.
This is gonna be a riot on Thursday.
It'll be right tomorrow.
We'll be alright tomorrow, dude.
Oh no, we're causing like a bite, like every week another riot.
Keep in mind, Clancy, if you want to go ahead and get all the photos for these teams so we can get an actual fucking tier list maker made next time to make our life so much easier than this.
No,
We're just going off the sheet for the rest of
listen,
the time.
this is Recruit. We don't do shit like we don't fucking.
So anyway,
This is gonna be on a Google Docs for the
does
rest of the
any
season.
of us, and you can't say you have a problem with your own team's ranking, just to be clear, do any of us here have a problem with any of these rankings?
Yeah, I think Aviary is too low. No, just kidding.
I personally think
I
Atlantis is too low. We should be number 1. No, I'm kidding.
So like, I don't
no, I
know,
think you
'cause,
guys
like,
deserve
yeah,
exactly where you
Atlanta
are.
Thinker Pirates was close, but like Aviary did, I don't know, because that was like Acolyte's map.
Yeah, that is the.
And that is, yeah.
I would love to swap 7 and 8.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That I could see. I
We have too many biases in this call, though.
we
That
do.
is true.
But also,
But
I haven't
that's
said
what makes
shit,
it
the fuck
funny.
you mean? I haven't said shit.
Yeah. So Brian, what's your opinion?
Oh, I'm not saying that. That's.
Well, but you have to.
except you can't say anything about unless we all agree about Hellfire.
About Hellfire.
What about what?
About
Any
where
games?
you're
Any team-
ranking.
you have any
yeah.
of
Any.
these teams you think are ranked too high, too low?
I'm okay with. Well,
Be honest with us. Do you have a problem with any of these rankings? Get out now. Save yourself the trouble if for in the morning and having to explain yourself in the morning.
I think Aviary should be one higher. I'll be honest.
I wouldn't. Have
Listen,
Buddy.
I play for Aviary, and I don't think that's correct.
Based on one match day, I could definitely see this shaking up a lot.
Oh no,
Come-
I do expect
come
us
match
to
day two,
rise, but
Come match day 2, I definitely think that this will mean jack shit.
yeah.
Except maybe this one. This one might stay the same.
He said, as someone who's.
I mean, okay, I
I'm
can kind of
just-
see your Aviary angle. I don't know if I agree, but I think.
I
kinda see
don't
what you're talking
think
think based on one match day,
we
I don't think
deserve sixth place, given that we
That's
did not
fine.
win the game.
That's fine.
You know, and this is
That's my
going off of
opinion.
one game where we were kind of,
So
you
in
know.
a way, we're kind of ranking the 6 winners who like won the best, we think, and then the 6 losers who we think lost the best.
Except this one, which we all
Except
just
Nan.
Can we all collectively agree that Nan is at the
Yeah.
bottom?
Sorry.
And nobody has a problem with Nan
Hear me
being.
out, hear
Yeah,
me out.
off of the
Between
one game they
next week-
played, yeah. Sorry, Nan. You have to go.
That's
You
fair.
have to go at the bottom. 16 to
Yeah.
1. I mean, when the closest game in terms of deficit is 16 to 7,
So
and you're dropping
that is
16 to
round
1.
away from like the equivalent of a forfeit.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. You pretty
At
much
this point,
kind
you
of
probably
forfeited.
shouldn't have even have shown up.
Yeah.
Is what we're getting at.
Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
I
That's
wouldn't
a
say that. I mean, there's good experience
that's
he
a
had.
complete and utter joke. But
you
the
know.
point is, sure they got match experience, but I do view Nan as one of those teams that has the opportunity to rise. But I also see them as a team that might just fucking completely cut all 5 and start anew.
I mean, that is determined on what happens on Thursday. If they
Yeah, absolutely.
if they rise to the ranks and at least play a respectable game, no offense to Nan, you know. No offense, because I do think they have potential to play well. It's just off of the one
did.
match we have seen where they went 16 to 1. I just
Say it
I
again. Say it
can't-
again louder for the people in the
I
back.
can't say it. I can't
Say it again
can't
for the louder
put
for the
them.
people in the
I
back.
can't
we
put them
just
anywhere
imagine-
near 11th. I'm gonna be
Can we
honest.
just imagine what that call was like after that, like, what was it, like a 20-minute
I can
game?
imagine Carrie. I can imagine Carrie yelling. I just imagine Carrie yelling.
I don't know what's gonna become of this, like, of Nan,
we-
but I
yeah.
don't know.
We don't know how it's gonna shake up, but we will know as the season gets progresses. Me and Clancy will probably be the only 2 sticking around.
Probably
we'll
because
probably
this is
figure out at
funny
the
as
end.
fuck to do.
This is funny, and we're both up
Yeah.
till like 4 a.m. anyway.
Yeah, I think just having rotating guests would be neat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Couple guys be the lead.
Couple
the,
guys.
Like, lead. Couple buds. No, no kidding.
We're just gonna have the weekly recruit. Move aside the
weekly
weekly
recruit.
drop. This is the weekly recruit podcast
I
where we
can't
talk
wait till
about
they
only
just tell
recruit.
that we rip them. They just go like, these motherfuckers. If we're gonna start doing the recruit bit on weekly drop, can we bring that up? I'll bring that up to. I'll
That'd
bring
be
that up to
funny as
Oma.
hell. Have
I'll
our
bring
own
that up
little
to Oma.
segment in the weekly
The
drop,
weekly-
the weekly recruit.
It's 30
It's
seconds for us
just-
to talk about recruit.
Just 30 seconds, we're all talking over each other the whole time. Just throw a tier list up in the last
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Oh,
So I mean,
yeah,
to be
put us
fair,
on the
I think
second channel. Put us on the second Twitch channel.
we absolutely did just rank the strength of the top 6 and then the strength of the losing 6.
I mean,
Which kind of
there's
makes me
nothing
feel like
else
we
you can
should do a
really
tier
do
list.
off of one single
I mean,
match.
it's kind of a tier list, but that's all we can do off of one match, like Clancy
Yeah,
says.
like sample size of 1, that's all you can do.
Yeah,
And-
so
and to
take
be
this with
honest-
a big grain of salt. Like,
None of us deserve after this
Don't
shit.
even
None of us
take this,
deserve on the
hold
power
on.
ranking. None of us deserve to be on the power ranking
hey,
representative.
hey.
If we do, this will become the true power ranking, and oh my god,
This is gonna be funny as hell. The post on recruit.
it's gonna light him on
Wait,
fire.
how does the power ranking thing even
So are you
work?
dropping this right after we finish this call, or like first thing?
I'm gonna do a little sprucing up. I might drop it in the morning,
Okay.
just so when there's more
What do you
people
mean by
on.
sprucing up? What is sprucing up?
He's
How do you
gonna edit it.
Yeah, I'm
Bro,
gonna try to
how?
put like
Add
a.
air horn sounds or something?
No. Don't add anything. Just add a intro and an outro that just get trolled losers. The outro is just the.
I'm just gonna
on
put
screen,
like I'm
get
just gonna
trolled
put a
losers.
fucking black screen with magenta Comic Sans that says the weekly recruit.
I would want number
I'm
1.
down. And then we should say your host, and then guess. Your host, Enders Clancy. Guess Brian Noble.
No, I'm just gonna put the page and then immediately go into when
Yeah.
I started pressing record.
So there's about 5 minutes of us joking and ripping on Nan that's missing from this recording, correct?
Yeah.
We added more in. We added more in.
Yeah, towards the end we just shit talk Nan.
Yeah, we made up for it in the last like
Yeah.
fucking 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Of
I mean,
just...
Have you
so
stopped
I-
recording yet?
No,
Oh. So
I
in
can
that
make
case,
it to 40
nobody
minutes. We got 20
Nobody
seconds
has a
left.
problem with any of this.
That's all good.
Nope.
So this is the official recruit tier list based on one match day.
The weekly recruit.
Holy fuck.
Anyway, we'll see you fuckers next time.
We're gonna see you guys on Thursday night.
Thursday night. You
Yeah,
guys will see
Friday
it Friday
morning.
morning.
Yeah.
Please, if you hear people complaining, tell them to watch to the very end. That this is all in good fun. We mean absolutely zero of this. Please don't pipe bomb our house.
How
Yeah,
the fuck
please
did
don't
we
send a
get-
pipe
we
bomb
didn't
to
get
our
this again?
PO box.
Please
I
don't.
remember.
Oh, we were talking about power rank representative, and I was like, cool. Y'all want to just power rank the recruit tier?
Yeah, and then I was like, I could pull up OBS
And I was
and
like,
record
do it.
this, and then here we are. Yeah.
Oma, I'm gonna talk to Oma and be like, hey, look, can we take over the recruit segment of the weekly drop, please?
That'd be hilarious.
That would be fucking
It's just
fun.
everything turns into Comic Sans. None of us
Yeah.
have a camera.
Yeah, everything has to be
God.
Comic Sans. No
It's just
camera.
stick figures
But
drawn.
yeah, everything has to be like
MS
very
Paint.
crudely drawn. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
Yes.
it's just Comic Sans. Every
like
word
everything has
turns
to
to
be
Comic
straight
Sans,
out of MS Paint.
and then it's just
Yeah,
a bunch of
so-
stick figures with Comic Sans like
Yeah.
Clancy, Enders, Brian, Noble.
I mean, I've been paid professionally to draw things with MS Paint, so I got this.
Alright, well,
Yeah, just make them stick figures.
I'm
Make
gonna
it
s-
look like a 2-year-old did this.
I'm gonna stop this recording and probably get
Yeah,
a drink.
absolutely.
God. Okay, we'll see you fuckers on
Yeah.
Thursday.
See ya.
See